Okay, here we have a knockout Passover story. Rabbi Braditchev. He was a very holy person. He lived in the time of the first Rabbi of Chabad. They were best friends. He had also his Chassidim, his followers, and they made a night of Passover Seder. And of course, he was a genius in Torah, and he was a genius in Kabbalah. And in addition, he was a holy person himself. And the night of Seder, that he made a Seder Pesach that was indescribable. His pupils were just out of this world. They sang and they danced and they interpreted sentences and they cried and everything was there. And at the end of the night, the Seder night, it ended at 2 a.m, wherever it is, and a heavenly voice came out of heaven and said, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, your Passover Seder was accepted in heaven. But there was somebody better than you. And that is Shmerel, the shoemaker. End of message. So he looks at his pupils. He sees his pupils didn't hear anything. They didn't hear anything. It was a heavenly voice came just for him. So he asked his pupils, do any of you know who was Shmerel, the shoemaker? Nobody knew. So Levi Yitzchak, Braditchev, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, he wanted to find out who was this person so we could go to learn from him. So he went outside and he started asking people. Almost everybody was asleep by that time. There was nobody walking on the street. So we went to the mikveh. And sometimes there's Jews that wake up early in the morning, they go to the mikveh. So he goes to the mikveh and he stands, and the old Jew comes and says, you know Shmerel, the shoemaker? No, I don't know. An older person comes. Finally, a really old Jew comes. He says, Shmerel, the shoemaker, there's no such person. There is Shmerel, the drunkard. And now that I think about it, he tried to be a shoemaker for like a couple days, maybe a week, and it was terrible. You know, he put the nails in the wrong way, and it was awful. Really, where does he live? He lives in a little shack by the railroad tracks. By the railroad tracks. So by the docks or whatever, the ship came in. I don't know where railroads started. But anyway, he lives in an old shack. So go over there. So Levi Yitzchak goes. By the time he gets there, it's like 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning. He knocks on the door very quietly. I hear a lady's voice on the inside saying, 1 minute, 1 minute. She opens up the door. She looks and she sees, oh, the holy rabbi. Oh, Rabbi, you're here. Oh, this is good. You probably came to curse my husband. I'm so happy. Just 1 second. Let me wake him up. I said, curse your husband? What do you mean? This is where Shmerel, yeah, Shmerel, I'll get him. Just don't leave. He says, but ma'am, here's a bucket filling up with a water filling up in a bucket, right? A pump filling. And he sees her walk by the door. So just 1 minute, Rabbi, 1 minute. And he hears a big splash and a scream. Help, we're drowning. The ship is sinking. Where are we going? Where's the lifeboat? Help me, I'm drowning. She takes him by the ear, her husband, and brings him to the door and says, Shmerel, here the rabbi came to curse you. So the rabbi said, I didn't come to curse. I didn't come to curse. What are you talking about? I just want to find something. No, Rabbi, please. I didn't mean it. He starts kissing the rabbi's feet. He says, what are you doing? What? Listen, I didn't come to do anything bad. I just wanted to ask a question. I know it's late in the morning. I know, but it's very important to me. Please put on some clothes. So he goes and puts on clothes. They come in. And he sees the Shmerel. He looks like he's a little bit drunk. He's sort of wobbling. And so he says, listen, Shmerel, I want you to listen. Don't worry, please. I'm not coming to do anything bad. I just want to know, what did you do last night? What type of a Seder Passover did you have? He says, no, please, Rabbi, I didn't mean it. I'm innocent. I don't know. I don't know how to read. I just did what I could. He says, please stop crying. I'm not trying to do anything bad. Just please answer the question. I'll give you a big blessing, whatever you want to. A blessing? Yeah. He says, okay, I'll tell you. He said, listen, I'm a simple person. My parents passed away when I was very, very young. And I was thrown around from one family member to another. And I really couldn't do very much. It was very hard for me to read. And what I did read, I didn't really understand. And they tried to find me a job. I couldn't really try it. I worked for like a week. They tried to make me into a shoemaker. I was terrible. I put the nails in the wrong places. The one thing that I could do, I was good at two things. I discovered I gathered. I went in and asked for charity, sat in the street and asked for people. And also I was good at drinking. That was one thing I really succeeded in. I poured a glass of vodka, I drank it, and it works. Every time it works. I succeed in that without any problems whatsoever. I drink a glass of vodka and I feel good. And that's a few days ago. Actually, it wasn't. It was just yesterday. I was sitting and gathering money, and I see everyone's running in the streets, and they're running up as a box, and this guy has some meat, and this one has wine. And I asked one of my donors, I said, what's going on? And the person said, Shmerel, don't you know what's happening? Tonight is Passover. It's Pesach. I said, oh, Pesach, really? What do we do? That's what you blow the shofar? He said, no. On Pesach, it says we eat matzah, we drink 4 cups of wine. Yeah, that's relevant to you. Listen, what's really relevant to you, Shmerel, is that 8 days you can't drink any of your vodka. What? Said because vodka is made from grains, and you can't drink vodka 8 days without any vodka, not even 1 cup. No, you can drink wine. No, but it's not like vodka. I can't drink any vodka at all. No, you can't. But listen, stop thinking about that. You have to go take money, go buy meat, buy fish, buy matzot, buy wine, go to the store, tell them I sent it. They'll have a boy carry it all to your house. And your wife will start to prepare, right? And you can give her some money for to buy a nice dress or something like that. Okay, so he gave me money and I bought all those things. I told him to take it to my house. And also there was money. I said to my extra money for my wife to buy a dress. And there was a little bit left over for me. I bought a big bottle of vodka. I said, it got to last for 8 days. I can't drink. So I drank the whole bottle and I went home and I really felt good and I went to sleep. All of a sudden, the middle of the night, the beginning of the night, my wife wakes me up. You see how she does it? With a bucket of water, throws it on me. And she starts screaming at me, Shmerel, get up and make the Seder. All the Jewish men in Israel, in the world, are making a Leil Seder, and you're sleeping there like a dead cow. Wake up and make the Seder. So I said, okay, I'll do it. Don't throw any more water. So I put on dry clothes. I stumble into the room, and I go in there. I open up my eyes. There, everything is clean. Everything is white. The candles are burning. My wife is sitting there with her new dress. She looks like a queen. Says that there's a white tablecloth. I almost started to cry. It was so beautiful. I sat down and my wife said, Shmerel, do the Seder. Make them. So I said, okay. I sat down and I didn't know exactly which way. I looked at the pictures on the Haggadah, the Passover book. I looked at the pictures. I set them up. And she said, make the Seder. I said, yeah, that's Seder. She said, 4 cups and drink the wine, eat the matzah. So I poured a cup of wine. And I said, listen, God, you know me, but I don't know you. I'm a simple person. I can't really read. I can't really understand things. I don't even know how to read this book. But one thing I know is that thousands of years ago, you took us out of Egypt. And I'm sure you're going to send Moshiach and take us out of all the troubles and pain that we're in now. And then I drank the 4 cups and ate the matzah and went back to sleep. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak Braditchev said, now I know why your Seder Pesach was better than mine. I had all these ideas of Kabbalah and etc. And I was hinting at Mashiach, but you got right to the point immediately with all of your heart. Because the whole point of the night of Passover is we've got to get out of Egypt. We have to bring Mashiach now. That's the essence of going out of Egypt. You got right to the point. That's why your Seder Pesach is better than mine. Have a good day with Mashiach now. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning. Chassidic. Shalom uvracha. Have a good day.